For the first time in a year, Democrats have something to celebrate. With President Trump's approval rating under 40%, a record low for a president's first year, Democrats won decisively in two governor's races last night. And they're suddenly feeling very good about next year's midterm elections. Nancy Cordes begins our coverage.
It was a big night for Democrats.
Phil Murphy was still marveling today at his 13-point win in the New Jersey governor's race. In Virginia, Dr. Ralph Northam savored a 9-point win over Republican Ed Gillespie in a governor's race that was supposed to be close.
Virginia has told us to end the divisiveness.
Republicans on Capitol Hill took notice.
Our problem is our base is pretty unenthusiastic.
It's more than that. In exit polls, 34% of Virginians said their vote was, at least in part, a vote against Trump. A surge in Democratic turnout handed the party at least 14 new seats in Virginia's House of Delegates.
It was totally stunning to everybody who follows politics here.
University of Virginia political scientist Larry Sabato says it's a sign that Republicans need to rework their 2018 playbook.
They thought Ed Gillespie had the answer, which was to keep Trump himself at arm's length, but to adopt Trump's key positions and key issues. Well, it didn't work. In fact, it failed spectacularly.
I'm for keeping him up, and he's for taking him down.
Gillespie had blanketed the state with ads about Confederate statues and immigrant gangs. But he never appeared with President Trump, who tweeted, "Gillespie did not embrace me or what I stand for." Democratic leaders argued what he stands for is the problem, noting that voters in Maine overwhelmingly backed a measure last night to expand Medicaid.
The Republicans should look at the elections last night, and it should be a giant stop sign for their tax bill.
House Speaker Paul Ryan disagreed. He said last night's results only create more urgency for the GOP to rack up a win on taxes. But House Republicans know that midterm elections are never kind to the party in power, and already roughly a dozen of them have announced plans to retire.
Nancy Cordes at the Capitol. Thank you, Nancy.